Good morning, it's Jo Armstrong here, and I would like to show you how I'm putting together these little booklets with sticky notes inside them as a little gift for my ladies. I haven't yet decorated them, but I know what I want to do there. However, this video is not about the decoration. I just want to show you how I'm creating these. So let's get started. First of all, I've cut my strips to 8 inches by 4 inches. I'm going to do one of the bluebell ones for you now. So my bluebell cardstock is one of the newer ones that have two colours. So here's my bluebell and here's my bluebell light. I'm going to use, on the outside of my book, I would like it to be the bluebell dark. So when I start this today, I'm going to want to be seeing the bluebell light. So if your cardstock is 8 by 4, the first thing you want to do is start scoring it where the lines are that you're going to fold. So I'm going to score on both the long edges. I'm going to score 3/8. Now the two end ones, the short side scores, it really depends on how wide you want the spine of your book to be. I've experimented a little bit with this, and there's a little bit of flexibility in this length, so whatever's excess will just curl over the edge. So I've experimented a little bit and I've found for me 4/8 or ½ an inch is right for the length or the width of the spine that I want. So scoring it on the ends at ½ an inch will give me what I need. Now I'm going to just cut the corners so that they curve around nicely. Cut all 4. When I cut, to make these wee books, when I cut the corners, I don't go right in because it means that there'll be a tiny little bit of cardboard showing. So I actually overhang a little bit. Is it focusing? Come on. There we are. You can just see here that I actually just missed the corner a little bit, and that's on purpose. Right. Make sure you've got your bone folder nearby because you'll need that for this bit. We're going to we're going to fold those up and press them down just so they end up really nice and crisp. I'm sorry about the focusing, you can see it's been a bit blurry. Right, alright, here we are. We're going to stick down a cardboard now. Now I cut, the Americans would call this chipboard. It's basically cardboard packaging from bits and pieces. You can also buy it from places like Warehouse Stationery. It's nice and strong and thick. For this book I just wanted really nice strong ends, so it isn't just cardstock. I wanted it really strengthened. So for any of the gluing I do on this project, I really am a believer in wet and dry glue together, so it just makes it firmer. So when I stick down even when I start on my cardboard here, I'm going to combine wet and dry on every bit. So there's a bit of wet through the middle, and there's dry there as well. And the reason why I always do wet and dry glue together on these 3D projects is that the wet glue is stronger, but only after it's dried. So until it's dried, we need to hold it in place, and that's what the dry glue does. So it holds it down nice and tight between the two surfaces, and then when the wet glue is dry, it's really strong. So you want both. A little bit of burnishing on that side. Right, that should be nice and firm now. Now what I want to do is curl these over and stick them down. So to do that, I'm going to put, again, my wet and dry glue. I'm leaving a little space in the center of each piece for my wet glue. So a little strip of wet and a strip of dry. You really need both. Right, curl them over and stick them down. They will take some time to stay because obviously that wet glue doesn't immediately want to stick down. Right, use your bone folder, press, lots of this. And in the center as well, because you want that spine to press and stay together. Okay, so now I'm going to try and fold it over so that the spine starts forming those nice folds. Okay, so now you should see the shape of the book forming. Right, there's the wee spine. There's the inside. Okay, all right, ready to go. Now, I found these, I think I told you yesterday, I found these at Wickles. They came in one big stack, but they're all different colours, and I've split them up because I want each colour book to represent the colour of the sticky notes inside. So this is my Bluebell one, or close enough, so that's going to go there. And then I've created these envelopes on the Cricut. These ones are 3 inches by 3 inches. Being the Cricut, it's fantastic. You can do whatever size you want, but this one will fit inside here quite nicely. Before they're folded and created, this is what they look like. And I found that I got 2 of these out of one sheet, and the sheet itself, once the Cricut had finished making the 2 envelopes on each colour on each sheet, the scrap was just enough to give me my strips of 4 by 8, these ones, to create the actual books. So in front of you here, including the envelopes and the outside of the book, that's just one sheet of paper for each colour. So it's actually perfect size, very economical. Right, ready to stick down. Again, you want to use both wet and dry glue. So start by putting down the dry, because obviously there's no time pressure on that one. That's not going to dry on you. It's already dry. And then go to your wet, stripe through the middle. Make sure you put this up the right way. So that's going to be my cover. So I want this flap at the top. I'm not being too precious with the viewing of this little stripe of cardboard. It's not worrying me too much. If that bothers you, just lay down a nice little strip of something, maybe a little bit of washi tape or a little bit of decorative paper or whatever that overhangs your spine on the inside, and then that way you'll cover that tiny strip of brown cardboard that's showing for me there. It's not worrying me, so I'm just leaving it. Right, press that down. Now just sticking this, and then we're done. It's already slightly sticky, but that stuff is not very strong, so I'm just going to add to that. Make sure this goes up the right way as well. So I want it to flick from the bottom. So the loose part of the pad is at the bottom there, and the sticky stuff is at the top. Nice press, and hopefully that dry glue will hold it in place until the wet glue is set. Right, that is my little bluebell booklet. All I have to do now is decorate the front, but I'm going to do all of those when they're done together. So those are my 3 little booklets so far. Open up, a wee notepad on the right and a wee envelope on the left. Very cool, good start. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope that inspires you.